Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's Renegade of Wrestling, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, baby.
I may be drunk, Jay, but I know we're not live to the people. We are live to tape, as always.
That's right. We're live via Memorex.
Kayfabe.
Seriously, Jeff.
You know
Come
what?
on.
You know what?
Kayfabe.
You know what? I hear enough from Aaron Rift about kayfabe, Jeff, when I fucking revealed the spoilers for Talk Wrestling 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
fucking A.
seriously,
You know
do you really want to? Do you want to be compared to Aaron Rift in my drunken diatribe? Do you really want to do that?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
thank you. All right.
Anyways, we are live
Love
via
you, Rift.
Memorex, whatever, here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. And for my review show, I went ahead and I brought in the rest of the Dad's crew because we were all there live at Raw together.
And apparently Ray at some point joined the Nexus because CM Punk was absent for one of the shows. So
Yeah.
you know.
And then just coincidentally, the one show that, well, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
for next
we'll get
week's
into that
show.
on next week's
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
But
yeah.
first thing we gotta do, as I'm sure a lot of you know that have gone to shows in the past, they always film Superstars first.
Superstars
And
is Jeff
usually-
Meacham's new favorite show.
And usually Superstars has nothing to report. You know, it's the Zack Ryder highlight reel.
Pretty much.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with
But
that?
hold on. We're gonna get to Zack Ryder. But this week they actually put on a real Divas match.
The hell you say?
Beth Phoenix versus Gail Kim.
Two babyface women's wrestlers. I'm not gonna call them divas.
Because these bitches can actually fucking wrestle.
They went in there and they didn't get much time because it's Superstars. It's an hour show, whatever.
Yeah. They
But
got
they
about a
went in-
good 5 to 7 minutes.
They went in there and I'm guaranteeing you, not one of them Barbie doll bitches, Kelly, was in the back under the learning tree like they should have been.
Exactly.
And they shook hands and they were friends after.
Yes.
Fucking
Sportsmanship. It's a dying breed in today's wrestling.
A real rarity. Like I said, I definitely thought it was gonna be a squash match for either Gail. Well, not Gail Kim.
For
maybe
Beth,
Beth.
let's be
For
real.
Beth, let's be real.
We love Gail Kim, but
Shout out to Gail Kim, but at the end of the day, Beth Phoenix I thought was gonna annihilate her, but they ended up putting on a classic on
Yeah.
Superstars.
You knew Gail was going to lose because Vince has got this whole thing with if you work for the other company like Gail did, you got to get buried.
Well, the fucking problem with that is that Vince put Gail on TV first and didn't do shit with her. What the fuck was she supposed to do?
Seriously.
She plied her craft in TNA, made people realize that she is more than just Molly Holly's fucking lackey. And now that she's come back, regardless of how she wrestles tonight, she's still just like a goddamn Asian prostitute.
Do any of the C Nation even know who the fuck Molly Holly is?
Okay.
I'm just asking.
Okay, soapbox number 1.
Dum, dum, dum.
Stop calling the modern fans the C Nation.
That's what they are.
There are some modern fans that don't like John Cena. They're just fucking ignorant, period.
Okay, I'll toast you to that one.
Thank you. John, listen to me right now. I am never going to run you down on this show, on Dad's, or on Talk Wrestling again. I don't care what Rumi says. I don't care what my friends say. You proved everybody wrong today in the parking lot. We'll get to that later. Go ahead, Jay.
And you know what? While we're on the subject, I will raise a glass to you for what you did earlier today in the parking lot and the way you reacted when we get into next week's Raw.
Shout out to the big L on that one.
There you go.
Right there.
The other match I want to put over from Superstars is Zack Ryder versus the future Drew McIntyre. And I'm sitting here, you know, Zack Ryder comes out and I'm like, oh, radio, singing along with it and everything. And I'm like, all right, who's Zack Ryder going to face?
Drew McIntyre's music hits.
I'm like, oh shit, Drew's going to squash Zack.
All our minds were like, we're thinking Zach's gonna job.
But no, Zack actually went over on Drew. Shocked the shit out of me that the guy pushed as the future of the company by Vince McMahon himself jobbed to Zack
We'll get to Mr. McMahon.
It just shows you Bret Hart's tweets don't count for shit. Because the Facebook nation, the Twitter nation is all in the Zack pack. That's all I'm saying.
Did Bret Hart diss Zack Ryder? What?
No, Bret Hart has been going on Twitter, YouTube, and interviews, and he's saying that WWE's wasting Drew McIntyre on Superstars, and he should be on an A show.
I agree with that.
Well, the greatest example, I'm going to get to Raw right now. What did Drew do on Raw? He had a backstage segment with Booker fucking T and DDP.
Yeah.
By the way, big shout out. I'm gonna put my glass down. I'll put the booze down. Don't anybody get panicky. DDP, our promo master, appeared on Raw. We love you, Paige.
Bang.
We love you, Paige. The only one of the group to give us a fucking promo.
Thank you.
So I love me the other three that were there, but they were on promoter's time. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
Paige is like, damn it, Dallas Page, fuck you people.
And while we're putting over promos real quick, make sure you check the YouTube in the coming days for Downtown Bruno, a.k.a. Harvey Whippleman, and the Masterpiece Chris Masters. Both of them putting over Downtown.
And to the people on my hat.
Yes.
Chris Masters knows where you are. He's got your phone number.
He may be hooking up a phone call to you to come by and start shopping, because he is a SoCal boy, LA raised, LA taught through Ultimate Pro Wrestling and Ultimate University. So Sean, Kenji, Robert, whoever answers the phone when the Masterpiece Chris Masters calls, me and Jeff put him up for it.
That is business sent your way. This is a two-way relationship.
Yeah.
So, what was the match on Superstars?
Raw Roulette.
What was the match on Superstars?
Does it matter?
I like
the fact that we can't remember it.
Alright, true. Alright.
Okay.
So Raw Roulette opens with the man that should have opened the show because he was advertised all week, and poor Mikey, big shout out to Mikey running the camera.
Yes.
Missed Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Shawn Michaels came out there and promised us he wouldn't shamelessly plug his show, and proceeded to do just that, like DX does.
Twitter account.
Like DX does.
Like the show.
Yes.
And then who should interrupt him but our favorite boy of the night, CM Punk and McGillicuddy. Hang on.
And
McGillicuddy
Mr. Google himself,
Mr. Google.
David Otunga.
No Mason Ryan. However, I did find out through the Big L that Mason's not hurt. He just wasn't on the show. We saw him pull up.
And I have to say, you know, it's been well documented that I haven't been the biggest Shawn Michaels fans in recent years. But I got a little bit emotional when his music hit and he started to come to the ring and he got on the microphone.
Yep. He missed us and we missed him, goddammit.
Exactly.
It was very exciting.
I was right there with the whole rest of the crowd chanting one more match because
we wanted to see him face Punk tonight, man.
It seemed like they were trying to tease up a Michaels Punk match.
And then Michaels proceeded to super kick both of the other Nexus guys, and that was just fucking golden.
And then the Raw GM kind of shifted the winds. And,
yeah, then we got Punk versus Kane, and I'm like,
all right.
Really?
Kane, please. I go to enough shows where I should be granted this fucking courtesy at this point. I should get a GM tweet from the Raw GM saying, okay, Kane's coming right now, brace yourself. Because for the past 11 years, every time I go to a show, when I'm out of my goddamn chair on my ass. Sick of it. Sick of it. Alright, move on. I'm gonna drink some more.
I was just disappointed that CM Punk had the opening match. I believe he's main event all the time.
You know what? You know what? He was the main event tonight.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, the fact that he was the curtain jerk, I'm sure fueled the fire.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Pun intended. This fire burns, baby. Fueled the fire that burned at the end of Raw. But we'll get to that in a minute.
So we get all that.
And then we go from Punk and Kane to the Divas.
Now, I mentioned earlier that these bitches, that's horrible. I'm sorry. They're not bitches.
No.
Because the girls involved are very nice girls. You've met all three of them.
All four of them.
Well, there are three in the match I'm talking about right now.
Eve came out at the end.
Eve came out at the end. Okay, you met Eve too. Okay. Kelly is a doll, Barbie doll, whatever sense of the word, whatever you call her. The Bellas are nice things to look at, and Eve, I realize a big girl. She's a big girl. Didn't realize it. But you cannot expect the crowd at the UNLV Thomas & Mack Center to sit through a clinic of Beth and Gail and then make us,
arena for that matter.
or any arena for that matter, and then expect us to sit through the Bellas versus Kelly.
Yeah.
On Raw, instead of the other way around, like it should be.
Seriously.
Gentlemen, there needs to be a bathroom break at some point in the WWE
The
programming.
problem was that the match was way too early in the night to be the bathroom break.
I know they should have put it a little higher in the card. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying there's the bathroom break point, and every mark out there knows that that bathroom break is the Bella Twins, Kelly Kelly.
My
Keith
whole
Torres.
contention is the Divas matches should not have to be the bathroom break.
Exactly.
They've
If it
got
would've been
Gail,
Beth and Gail,
they've got Beth, they've got Natty,
Melina.
they've got Melina, they've got enough girls where, with the right amount of push and a couple of the other Barbie dolls with a fire line on their tiny little butts, they could have a division like the Knockouts do. But no! They have not known what the fuck to do with these girls since Lita, Trish, and Mickey, and Ivory and all them left.
Yes.
And it's goddamn ridiculous. Trust me. Nobody's a bigger Kelly Kelly supporter than I am because she is hot to look at, and I am counting down the days till the PG era ends, and she's in fucking Playboy. Don't bother counting us down, dude. We're going over. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. But she should not be the headliner of that division.
Agreed. Now let's move past the Divas.
Please.
The sad thing is aside from the CM Punk opening and the Divas, I really can't remember too much
From
about
the first Raw.
So let's just fast forward.
Oh,
Yes, Mikey. Go ahead.
Yes, that boy.
Del Rio and Big Show in the
That's what
cage.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
It was a good
Okay.
match.
Yes, it was a very good
For what
match.
it was decent, and the fact that they had to physically take the cage down between Raws and just destroy it pretty much because Big Show got done thrown through that thing.
Yes.
Are you guys feeling Mark Henry though? Is this
No.
like wow? And
No.
you know, if the Marks who were out there, big shout outs to Ollie who went out there at Vegas this evening. They kept showing vignettes during the commercial breaks, and they kept showing Mark Henry annihilate the Big Show like it was some big rivalry that I'm supposed to be looking forward to. Like
I could give a flying fuck. I want the Kool-Aid Man back. I want the Mark Henry in the all red singlet looking like a jolly old elf.
I will be douchier than that and say, you know what? He has been signed with this company since 1995 when they were doing horrible business. It has been 16, not 6, not 10, 16 years. And they have not known how to book him. They need to cut their losses.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I like Mark Henry as a person. He's a decent enough dude. And I'm not trying to throw him under the bus and be a dick. But no more use for him. They've
Seriously.
done everything they can with him.
They tried to hit
It's
him with
just
the
like-
car. Well, they tried
It's
to
just
do
like
everything.
Chavo Guerrero. You know, Chavo Guerrero asked for his release over the weekend, was granted it. You know, he was booked as Chavo Guerrero. He was booked as half of Los Guerreros. He was booked as Kerwin White. He was booked as Chavo Guerrero jobbing to a midget. He was booked as the
Except-
Swagger Soaring Eagle.
Mysterio or Hornswoggle?
Either one.
Alright, okay.
You know, Chavo had ran through everything, and he was the last remaining member from the WCW buyout.
That didn't jump first and come back like Booker, right, yeah.
You know, so they finally just cut their losses. Chavo knew that his time was done. They weren't doing shit with him properly. He'll probably end up in TNA in 90 days along with his uncle Hector. You know,
And that's where I have beef.
to each his own.
Chavo, as good as he was, needs to be one of those guys that realizes that he's going to go to TNA and just tarnish legacy. Whatever legacy his is at this point,
You know-
he's not going to help it working for Dixie Carter and Hulk Hogan.
To me, after Eddie Guerrero died, pretty much the legacy pretty much was buried.
It wouldn't have been so bad if they didn't hand Chavo's legacy to fucking Rey Mysterio.
Agreed.
And y'all have been watching me for 10 years. You know how I feel about Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We don't have enough time for that, so let's just skip.
Although
down.
I will give the devil his due about being with the kids and handing out the mask and everything, because that's still cool.
Now the tag team match, the Roulette tag team match, actually was one of the best matches of the night. It involved Alex Riley teaming with Rey Mysterio to battle Jack Swagger and The Miz.
That was some serious false finish epicness, dude. That was good.
That was actually really good.
And this one over here, okay, you.
Here we go.
Boo! Because Miz lost. That was a great fucking match, dude. Get over your damn self.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
just
not.
do not like the way they are handing shit to Riley on a silver fucking platter.
It's not their hand shit to
He's
Riley.
getting pushed way too quickly.
They are not.
And then he's gonna end up like Sheamus, freaking two-time champion who had to drop down to King of the Ring and has now dropped down to U.S. champion and has now dropped down to, the fuck is he doing?
Much like the other 3 guys that were in the match with him.
Exactly.
Let me.
This is what's going to happen to Riley if they keep pushing him to the moon.
Okay. As we sit here, we are less than 3 weeks from Money in the Bank.
Yes.
We had this discussion, you and I, in the lobby on the way out.
Yes.
It is not so much that they are pushing Riley to the moon. They are jobbing Miz out to lull us into a false sense of security come Money in the Bank.
I agree.
That way when Miz gets his shit back, we're all going to be welcome surprised.
Because this is coming up on the 1-year anniversary when this all started taking off for The Miz. Like on his road to his road to greatness at that time.
He
when
was
he
U.S. champion, he won Money in the Bank, and then here we are in November of 2010.
Now it's declining.
2010, and Jay and I are on fucking cloud 9 because somebody besides Cena beat Orton for the belt.
Yeah.
Again, love you, John, but it is what it is.
Exactly.
And now he's been on a decline, but you know what? Every great champion goes through dry spells.
Exactly.
Miz is on his.
I will concede that too.
Now Riley, I have not met a person yet that dislikes Alex Riley. He's a blue chipper.
I prefer him as his heel gimmick, though.
Whatever the representative is, he's got a good look. He's a good enough kid. A good friend of ours seems to like him a lot, and is pushing for him backstage and whatnot. So, whatever they're going to do with him, I'm willing to write it out because I like Riley.
Fair enough.
Now,
we're going to take a quick pause because we've hit our time mark.
All right.
We'll come right back with part 2, and we'll dive into the main event of this episode.
So we're gonna have like 4 parts of this whole thing, aren't we?